if you're looking to get more attention from the ladies, forget about going to the gym and buying adorable puppies and what's not. Instead, you might want to consider putting a ring on it. Since we've now gotten through the holiday season, which is also engagement season, I've been thinking about the wedding ring phenomenon. Let me refer to a letter I received from a Stuff Mom Never Told You podcast listener. She wrote, a guy, let's call him John, told us about how he will wear a wedding ring while trying to pick up women. I thought it was appalling and completely ludicrous, but my husband thought it made sense. The next time I heard about it was from my husband's old boss and more recently from his current boss. Apparently they think that men wearing wedding rings are considered ideal mates and that women will be attracted to them and hit on them. I was just curious to know of any research backing this wedding ring phenomenon or if the men in my life are just full of themselves. There has been research on this phenomenon of what is referred to by evolutionary psychologists as mate poaching. Bum 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 bum. Essentially when you go after someone who's taken, knowing full well that that person is taken. When it comes to women and mate poaching, whether we see a man's wedding band and think, hubba hubba, awooga. In 2009 there was a study that came out of the University of Oklahoma which made so many headlines because it supported this idea of women being more attracted to married men. And how the study came to this conclusion was that these psychologists got together a group of single ladies. Oh, hey girl. The psychologist told one group of women that they had been matched up with this really amazing guy who just so happened to also be single and would they like to go on a date with him. 59% of those single ladies said, yes please. When psychologists told another group of women that they had been matched up with this super duper awesome guy, but he just so happened to be in a relationship at the time, but would they still want to meet up with him for a date? How many said, yes please, to this guy? 90%. That's a lot of percent. So does this mean that some women are probably attracted to the old wedding band on a guy? Yeah, it does, but here's what evolutionary psychologist David Buss says about the whole mate poaching phenomenon when it comes to differences between men and women, and it is that men do it more. He found that globally, 12% of men were with women who were in relationships when they first started dating, compared to 8% of women who started dating men who were in relationships. Why then might some women be more attracted to this guy versus this guy? David Buss, that evolutionary psychologist, suggests that it has to do with inherited sexual psychology. Essentially, he says that this goes way, way back into our evolutionary past when polygyny, i.e. men with multiple wives, was a lot more common. The men with the most wives had the most resources and were thus more attractive. When we fast forward to today where monogamy is more of the social standard, that old line of polygynous thinking still apparently ding-dongs in our brain, and so we see a guy's wedding band and think, oh, he must be a really great guy who can commit, and therefore I'm gonna make another woman's life hell in my pursuit. But this isn't just a tale of women being inherently evil, witchy Jezebels. You have to remember that when it comes to mate poaching, when it comes to this wedding ring phenomenon, guys are the less deterred by this than women are. But guys, I want to hear from you. Have you noticed this wedding ring phenomenon in action? And women, fess up. Do you find men wearing wedding bands or just simply to be known to be in relationships more attractive? Let's talk in the comments below, and I'll see you next time.